Hello there, you, and welcome to the mountain fortress of ELDAR, which is about to be besieged by an army of 4 million NURGLE. Will howling Banshee forces be able to hold the line against the overwhelming odds, or will plague and pestilence rule the day? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the battle. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. 4 million chaos storming through the forest towards the ELDAR defensive line, and already that Shuriken firepower just ripping through the lines here of the zombies and the renegade gunners as they try to advance here through the forest. Oh my god, we're already rapidly approaching 10,000 losses for the Chaos Army. And my gosh, is that a large force that's coming in here. But that firepower is just absolutely decimating the ranks. However, the Chaos have managed to get their way to that front line here. And you can see the Howling Banshees with the dual power swords now are just ripping them open and tearing them into sushi. The Renegade Gunners and the Poxwalkers here slamming into that ELDAR defensive line. But the ELDAR, with their thousands of years of combat experience behind them, are not faltering at all. You can see there Plague Ridden making his way to the front line, but even he is cut down. Let's go to our flanks, where we can see that the ELDAR are attempting some sort of countercharge here. Power swords at the ready, slicing and dicing. Oh man, that is glorious here. The Howling Banshee army defending against a massive wave of chaos, and they're doing an excellent job here. You can see the executioners with the longer blades here just poking. Oh man, oh gosh, these plague bearers though, they're absolutely deadly in melee combat. The ELDAR have to watch out for that. The ELDAR have only lost 3 troops so far, but they've killed over 100,000 in chaos across the entire line here. They're just throwing themselves against the defensive formation. Now, some of the ELDAR might be at a risk of drowning if they're not careful. We really need to build up these body piles to enable the troops to actually get out of the blood quagmire that is below them. On our flanks, though, you can see that this ELDAR countercharge is starting to push out, hopefully trying to hold back the zombies here and the Poxwalkers from being able to outflank the ELDAR gunners there. You can see the Guardians lending their fire support to that front line. It's a glorious surge forward. Renegade Gunners are being sliced and diced here. The only ones really standing any chance, of course, are the Plague Ridden. And yet, making their way to the front line are the slow, lumbering beasts of NURGLE here. When these guys get to the front, they'll be able to toss ELDAR units through the air, so they've got to be extremely careful. Hopefully, some of the gunners will be able to focus them down before they get there. But so far, the countercharge from the ELDAR has been glorious. Now, I did notice this little gap here. It does look like a couple of ELDAR have unfortunately drowned, but look at that front line, man. The insanity, the flow of chaos, just absolutely unrelenting here at the moment. Oh gosh, yeah, look at this. A beast of NURGLE now making his way to the front line. I did see that he managed to toss 1 or 2 of the ELDAR through the air. There we go, another one. Giving it a little penguin waddle through the air. Fantastic stuff. Oh man, we have taken out one of the beasts. Another beast has fallen here. The glorious ELDAR countercharge now and starting to push out across the field. The Chaos really struggling to gain a foothold on the flank. But one thing that the ELDAR have to be very careful about is the more and more that they push out, the thinner and thinner their combat line will get. Though I'm sure each of them can hold their own here, as formidable as they are. Again though, Beasts of NURGLE, these are the things that they've got to watch out for. And the Plague Ridden. There's quite a few Marauders thrown into the mix as well. You can see that we've got ones with gigantic hammers. Oh gosh, yes. More ELDAR going flying through the air. You can see that the losses now for the ELDAR are really starting to mount. Oh my god, look at that quagmire behind them. This ELDAR countercharge has been magnificent. Oh, geez. Yeah, I think we've also lost quite a few on the front line here. One interesting thing that is happening is that the Chaos are starting to get funneled into the front line. Or they're getting distracted by the countercharges on the flanks as well. Look at that. The ELDAR are pushing out, which means that everyone in the center now is starting to recognize these as the closest units to attack. So that's exactly what they're trying to do. Oh, man. A load of them there, flying through the air. A couple of Banshees thrown into the middle here of the Chaos Army. Look at her go. Oh, man. That gigantic power sword there, just cleaving loads and loads of them open. But little by little, the big beasts here of NURGLE are making their way through the ELDAR line. The ELDAR have put up such a good defense so far. I love this countercharge, man. It's been so effective at holding back the flanks. See, you don't need to defend the flank if you're already on the offense. Luckily, though, a lot of the Guardians at the moment are protected. They are on a higher ground here, which is just basically enabling them to shoot point blank now. We've actually built up enough bodies where it's the same level as the defensive position that we're holding. That's a little bit insane. Oh man, look how far the ELDAR have pushed out away from the combat line here. And there's so much gore over the floor as well now. Some of it is actually becoming impassable for the Chaos slowly but surely. Does look like though, yeah, look, the inevitable thinning out of the line here is really what's doing it. It's allowing the Chaos to wrap its tendrils around the outer edges here of the Banshees. And slowly but surely, Chaos are chewing their way through them. We've still got a heck of a blob of Banshees over here, though. Power swords at the ready, cleaving their way through. Though it'd be interesting, actually, because they're about to get to a point here where they're about to be able to expand outwards. Oh, look at this, though. Because now that there's nothing defending the middle anymore. Actually, look at we have got another little countercharge going. Some of the Banshees held back here just in case. And now another glorious countercharge is starting all over again. Oh man, look at the battlefield. It is an absolute nightmare. Getting impossible to navigate in certain parts here for the Chaos Army. But the Banshees for now, holding that front line, doing an excellent job. Like I said, the flanks are somewhat secure, at least for a little bit. It does look like we've got a very miniature countercharge on this side as well. Again, some Banshees held back just in case the Chaos did try to push right past the lines. But I'm really interested to see what actually happens over here. There we go. They did push out and they're starting to spread out now. That kill counter is going insane. The ELDAR almost at 1 million kills here for 1,900 losses. A pretty good disparity considering they're taking on demons of NURGLE. Oh man, it's a glorious countercharge here. That gunfire as well from the Guardians and the pistols. I keep forgetting the name of the pistols for the ELDAR. I'm so sorry. Oh, the Beasts of NURGLE. They have absolutely decimated that front line. The firepower here now no longer able to shoot over the bodies. Oh, we're actually making a bridge here. The gunners have got to be careful. The Chaos are starting to make a bridge between themselves. There it is. They've actually built a bridge. Oh, that's insane. That's starting to happen up and down the line now. The Beasts of NURGLE here just absolutely decimated the center portion of our defense. Hopefully we've got enough gunners here. Oh no, another beast coming in. It needs to be focused down really quickly. He just slaps an ELDAR out the way. There we go, it's been focused down, good. Oh man, this is a full-on assault now into the ELDAR line. The Chaos are just pouring over that breach. Once that initial connection was made, that was it. And look at this, more and more Beasts of NURGLE now coming in. The ELDAR desperately trying to focus fire him. Oh, there we go, that one's down. God, there's 3 on the front line here, and more are pouring in, along with the plague ridden as well. It's amazing that the ELDAR have been able to hold this for as long as they can with this kind of insane assault happening on the range units. How's our far flank doing over this side? Look at this, there's still ELDAR over here, still going for gold on the flank. They haven't stopped yet. Even with the main group under heavy assault, we have still got these little counter charges coming out, which are going to be invaluable for buying time for the ELDAR units here. We have still got a lot of melee on the flanks, but it's this center that's really worrying. The focus fire of the gunners has been really good though, and taking them down. Oh gosh, you guys are a little bit at risk of drowning as well here. But the Chaos though, having built that body bridge, and now pushing across it, not letting any of the ELDAR get a breather here. Oh man, there's so many Chaos in that breach. We've taken out a lot of the Beasts of NURGLE. Oh god, look at that quagmire back here. The Chaos losing troops trying to push just to the front line at the moment then, by the looks of it. Oh, the flanking maneuver is slowly getting encircled. It's done a magnificent job. Look at that. They pushed out so far. There's thousands of dead behind them now. Let's go back over here. More and more beasts of NURGLE are getting flung to that front line. Again, we've got these weird little counter charges on the flanks where some of the units were held back. But it does feel like the Chaos are making ground in the center, even with the insane losses that they've taken. 1.2 million losses to 4,000 ELDAR. It is getting desperate here, man. The ELDAR struggling to hold back these insane waves. Just unrelenting pressure. That's the key here to Chaos. Just sheer weight of numbers. Even with all the experience and combat ability and firepower behind the ELDAR here, they're really starting to struggle. We've got less than 4,000 of them. And I do think Chaos is starting to take our center defense. And we're getting, it looks like we're going to have these two small pockets of resistance either side. Looking like that side is going to be the heavier defended one. But oh man, the ELDAR have been putting up such a good fight up until this point. But it does feel like Chaos is just getting closer and closer. And maybe this is just turning into a slow grind of death. But the ELDAR are totally undeterred, I should say. Holding their ground as best as they can. Man, look at all these just pouring and dropping into the gore below. Yeah, look at that. The entire Chaos midsection now. The Chaos are owning the entire midsection. The defense is starting to falter. Less than 3,000. Have we got any troops left over here? Oh god, look at these guys. They are still going. We have still got the flanking maneuver. I don't know how, but we still got ELDAR out here. Power swords at the ready. Chopping their way through all the renegade gunners that they can. Try and get that kill count up. What about on the far side over this way? Is there any left over here yet? Oh, I think the last of them now are getting cleaned up. Again, what a magnificent charge that was. Look how far they pushed out, man, from that front line. That's kind of crazy. But it does mean that they sort of abandoned the battle brothers and sisters. Over on this line, you can see the rest of them here with the power swords, holding back that Chaos Horde, allowing the gunners to lay in that firepower, but it doesn't feel like it's going to last for too much longer. Banshees here with their twin swords, again, still holding that line back. The Chaos are taking over 200,000 losses, just taking these two side groups alone so far. That's kind of impressive. There's still 2.6 million Chaos remaining. However, I reckon if we can take out most of these beasts of NURGLE, the ELDAR have still got a pretty good chance of taking out a lot of the enemies. Even with the insane disparity here. How we doing, guys? How's our flanking maneuver? Look at them go. They've just pushed right on through. These guys didn't get quite as far, which is kind of weird, actually. I wonder if it's how the terrain was set out. Because, yeah, the other side pushed so far away, but these guys only got to about here. I wonder why that is. Wonder if it was the Chaos were able to get more forces and just push them around quicker on this flank. But we've certainly distracted a couple of the beasts of NURGLE here. Again, look at this magnificent defense. Get back over to the last lines, though, here that are holding out. Look at the big lumbering beasts. Come on, guys, you need to get them down. Focus that shuriken firepower. It's looking a bit grim, really, isn't it? There's 1,500 ELDAR remaining. But again, look at that. They've almost got another 100,000 kills under the belt. Absolutely impressive defense by the ELDAR. Oh, God. What was... Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all right. I saw the... I wondered what was over here. I saw that flashing. I wondered what the heck it was. But yeah, the last lines, man, under full-on siege. The ELDAR doing as best as they can to hold everything back. Scoot over to the other side very quickly here. Yeah, coming down to the last 1,000. Okay, so what we're quickly going to do here is we're just going to time-lapse our last little stand here. See how many kills the ELDAR can actually get. We'll be back in a second. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the last 100 ELDAR, and it is the last stand over here. But, oh my god, Look at that battlefield, man. The Eldar did such a good job. So basically, we had quite a similar setup here in terms of army size for the Eldar as to the Tyranid video we had not so long ago. And the Eldar absolutely crushed the Tyranid army. However, it appears that as soon as demons are thrown into the mix, the Eldar are going to need a few more forces here. And unfortunately, the Eldar have lost the defensive position here today. And we are going to call this one here, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who helped keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out these amazing Death Before Dishonor hoodies available in the Chaotic Pinky store. Links in the description. With all that being said, as always, until next time,